He interviewed Shelley Duvall during her mental crisis.
When someone is in the midst of full-blown psychotic break, it's not helpful for them to be on TV. Dr. Phil didn't believe that though. Actor Shelley Duvall has been out of the limelight for many years, and it was revealed in 2016 that she struggles with severe mental illness. Dr. Phil claimed that he wanted to help her recover, but putting her on national television seems as though it comes with harsh consequences. Vivian Kubrick, whose dad directed Duvall in The Shining, wrote in an open letter on Twitter, "You are putting Shelley Duvall on show while she is suffering from a pitiable state of ill health. Unquestionably, this is purely a form of lurid and exploitive entertainment. It's appallingly cruel. I recoil in complete disgust. I hope others will join me in boycotting your utterly heartless form of entertainment, because it has nothing to do with compassionate healing."
He bailed a teenage offender out of jail so he could interview her.
In 2008, a YouTube video of multiple girls brutally beating another teen went viral and sent shockwaves around the nation. Mercedes Nichols was one of the attackers, and she was being held on about zero bond for her actions. Not to be deterred, Dr. Phil's show bailed her out for an interview. News of the incident leaked, and show producers decided not to air any segments about the assault. The program's spokeswoman blamed some of the show's employees, saying, "We have helped guests and potential guests in the past when they need financial assistance to come on the show. In this case, certain staff members went beyond our guidelines re the bail being paid. These staff members have been reprimanded, and our policies reiterated. In addition, we have decided not to go forward with the story as our guidelines have been compromised."
He spoke publicly about Britney Spears' breakdown.
The world watched with concern and fascination when Britney Spears had a very public mental breakdown in 2007. The Spears family contacted Dr. Phil to see if he could provide some insight and guidance. They sought Dr. Phil, though not his show. He showed up at Spears' hospital amid a flood of cameras and talked openly to the press about the pop star's health. The Spears family fired back, stating, "The family basically extended an invitation of trust for him to come in as a resource to support them, not to go out and make public statements. Any statement publicly that he made, because he was brought in under this cloak of trust, is just inappropriate. He was not invited to make this part of a public display or part of the media."
He was sued for defamation.
Unhappy Dr. Phil guests often claim that the show's footage of them was deceptive or edited in a way to make them appear in a negative light. Some guests mention this on air, but McGraw always defends the stylistic choices of his staff. Some guests go a few steps further and initiate legal action. Two brothers, Deepak and Satish Kalpo, appear on the Dr. Phil episode about Natalie Holloway's disappearance. The show seems to suggest that the Kalpos were involved with the disappearance even though they were never charged with a crime. Unsurprisingly, the brothers sued the show for defamation, but the charges were eventually dismissed.
He told a mom not to buy her son Barbies.
Phil gives advice and attempts to share insight on difficult situations. A lot of talk show hosts do the same things. But are McGraw's insights psychologically sound? According to some experts in the field, In fact, McGraw's guidance could be detrimental to the people he claims to help. Lori Essig cites McGraw's rigid worldviews and questionable parenting advice as evidence of his lack of skill. Good thing we have Dr. Phil to keep us trapped in the way things are rather than help us imagine the way things could be, she writes. Dr. Essig also yearns for the day when not very many people would feel desperate enough to get child-rearing advice from TV personalities like Dr. Phil. Her comments were made in regard to a Dr. Phil excerpt when the host told a mom not to support her young son when he wanted to play with Barbies.
He allegedly locked an employee in a tiny room.
Lee Rothman was a longtime segment director for the Dr. Phil show, and in 2015, she filed a lawsuit against McGraw for false imprisonment and emotional distress. Allegedly, McGraw called employees to the office, locked them in a guarded room, and yelled at them for leaking info to the press. While the show vehemently denied the accusations, Rothman had compelling evidence, a brief video clip from the show's archives showing the behavior in question. There was just one problem. A judge refused to let the video be entered into evidence, citing a copyright issue, the cause of the ban. Phil McGraw won the case.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.